The government just quietly cut your cash ISA allowance. Not in the next decade, not in the next year, April 2027. And most people have absolutely no idea. If you have got money sitting in your cash savings account, a cash ISA, or even a general investment account, the next few days and the next 12 months are the most important window you will have for probably the next decade. Stay with me because by the end of this video, you will know exactly what to do. Right, let's get into it. Currently, every adult in the UK can put up to £20,000 a year into cash ISA, completely tax-free. No tax on interest, no tax when you take it out. It's one of the best things the government offers ordinary savers. From April 2027, that changes. If you are under 65, your cash ISA limit drops from £20,000 to £12,000. That's £8,000 of tax-free space gone. Every single year forever. The government says they want to nudge people away from cash into investing. Whether you agree with that or not, the rule change is confirmed. It was announced in the Autumn Budget 2025 by Rachel Reeves. It's happening. Now, here's the thing. There are two deadlines you need to care about. The first one is in the next few days. April 5th this year. That's the end of 2025-2026 tax year. If you don't use your ISA allowance by then, it's gone. You can't carry it over. The second deadline is April 5th, 2027. That's when the new 12,000 cap kicks in. The 2026-27 tax year, which starts in the next few days on April 6th, is the last full tax year where you can put full 20,000 into cash ISA. After that, it's £12,000 maximum. Use it or lose it. And once you have lost an ISA a year, you never get it back. I know what some of you are thinking. I don't put £20,000 into a cash ISA anyway. And you are right. Most people don't. The average amount people actually put in is around £7,000 a year. But here is why it still matters even if you are not a maxer. Number 1. Savings tax is going up too. At the same time as cutting the cash ISA allowance, the government is also raising the tax rate on savings interest outside of an ISA. From April 2027, basic rate taxpayers will pay 22% on savings interest above their personal savings allowance, up from 20%. Higher rate taxpayers will pay 42%, up from 40%. So not only you are getting less tax-free space inside an ISA, you are getting taxed harder on everything outside it. The ISA wrapper is becoming more valuable at exactly the moment they are restricting access to it. Number 2, the lump sum problem. Here's who this really bites. Got an inheritance tax coming, sold a property, had a redundancy payout. Under the current rules, you could shelter £20,000 of that into a cash ISA this year and another £20,000 next year. From 2027, that drops to £12,000 a year for under 65. If you are sitting on a large cash sum, that window to shelter it is shrinking. Number 3, the transfer restriction problem people don't know about. There is also a rule change that's getting almost no attention. From April 2027, under 65s will no longer be able to transfer money from stocks and shares ISA back into cash ISA. Right now, you can move it around freely. After around April 2027, that door closes in one direction. So if you think you might want more flexibility to move invested money back into cash ISA, say you get closer to using it, you need to factor that into your planning now. Right, here is the practical bit. I'm going to give you a decision tree. Depending on your situation, different moves make sense. Move 1. Use this year's allowance before April 5th. If you have got money sitting in a regular savings account or a current account and you haven't used your cash ISA allowance yet this year, go open one now, today. Not next week, you have got just few days. The best easy access cash ISA rates right now are on platforms like Trading212, Chip, or through your existing bank. Shop around but move fast. Even putting in whatever you can before April 5th locks in the tax-free space. You cannot get it back after the deadline. Move 2. Plan the 2026-27 year properly. This is your last full year at £20,000. Starting April 6th, you get a fresh £20,000 allowance. That's the last full year of higher limit. If you can max it, brilliant. If you can't, at a minimum, put a plan in place. Set up a regular standing order into your cash ISA from your salary. Even £500 a month gets you £6,000 by the end of the year. Don't leave it to March 2027 and panic. Move 3. Consider splitting cash ISA versus stocks and shares ISA. This is where I want to spend a bit of time because a lot of beginners don't realize the full £20,000 ISA allowance doesn't have to go into cash. You can split it. For example, £12,000 into cash ISA for your emergency fund or short-term savings, and £8,000 into stocks and shares ISA for your long-term money you won't touch for 5+ years. That split, by the way, maps almost exactly into what the new rules will force you to do from 2027 anyway. So if you are not already thinking about this way, now is a good time to start. For stocks and shares ISA side, platforms I would point beginners towards are Vanguard UK, simple low cost, great for index funds, or Invest Engine if you want a slightly wider range of ETFs at zero platform fee. If you already bank with someone like Halifax or HSBC and you want everything in one place, review their offering too. Fidelity UK is solid too. Hargreaves Lansdown is the biggest platform in the UK, but their fees are higher, which matters more as your balance grows. If you are a total beginner and don't know what to invest in, a global index fund or a global ETF is the most evidence-backed starting point. Something like Vanguard FTSE Global All Cap or iShares MSCI World ETF, diversified across thousands of companies worldwide. Not exciting, that's the point. Move 4. Bed and ISA. For people with general investment account. This one's for people who already have investments sitting outside an ISA in what's called a general investment account or GIA. If that's you, you are potentially paying unnecessary capital gains tax or dividend tax on those investments. The solution is something called Bed and ISA. You sell those investments in the GIA and immediately purchase the same investments inside your stocks and shares ISA. It uses your ISA allowance, but now those investments are sheltered from future tax. There is a capital gains tax event when you sell, so check your capital gains tax position first and consider doing it in stages if needed. But for people with general investment accounts, this is one of the highest leverage moves you can make. Move 5. If you are over 65, relax, but not completely. If you are 65 or over, the new £12,000 cap doesn't apply to you. You keep the full 20,000 cash ISA allowance, but the savings tax rate increase from April 2027 still applies outside an ISA. So using your allowance is still worth doing. Here is what I actually think about this policy change, because I want to be honest with you, the government's stated reason is that they want more people investing rather than keeping everything in cash. And look, the data shows that long-term investing in the diversified global index fund has historically beaten cash savings. The average cash ISA rate right now is nowhere near what you can expect from a global diversified equity portfolio over 20 years. That argument has merit. But this is a big but. Forcing people towards investing by removing options is a blunt approach. Savings and investing serve different purposes. Your emergency fund should be in cash. Money you might need in the next 3 years, probably cash. Money you genuinely don't touch for a decade, that's where investing makes more sense. The government is making a blanket rule change that doesn't distinguish between those situations, which is why it falls on you to understand your own position and plan accordingly. The one thing that is definitely true, the ISA wrapper, whether cash or stocks and shares, is becoming more valuable, not less. As saving tax rates go up and cash ISA space gets squeezed, protecting your money inside an ISA matters more than ever. Use what you have got. To summarize, you have just a few days remaining in this tax year. Use your cash ISA allowance if you haven't. 2026-27 year starting next week is the last full year at £20,000. Plan for it. From April 2027, the cash ISA drops to £12,000 for under 65s. Start thinking about how to split your allowance between cash and investing. And if you have got money in the general investment account, look into Bed and ISA. If you found this useful, subscribe. I post videos like this every week, cutting through the noise on UK personal finance. And if you want to go deeper on how stocks and shares ISA actually work, index funds, what to pick, how to start, I have linked a video above. Thanks for watching and I will see you in the next one.